Ross Geiger, who left the Bucks organization, who's pretty close with Giannis, has started a podcast, and Giannis was a guest on the show and reiterated his commitment to winning and how he wants to see the Milwaukee Bucks basically build a contender around him. Although it's funny to say that they just won a title not that long ago. And I think that if they had been healthy the last couple of seasons, they're in the mix for the finals. But you're coming into a year where you have a new head coach. You got a lot of question marks, an older roster. You know, what's Chris Middleton going to look like? What's 36-year-old Brook Lopez going to look like? How healthy is Drew Holiday going to be? Should the Milwaukee Bucks be worried that Giannis is going to just ask out?
Yes. Yes. He has let the world know that they should be worried. He is talking, and he's never done this before. He's always been the type of guy who's maybe more so than anyone in this era kind of just gone with the flow, stuck with the franchise, always stood up for the Bucks, and just been, I don't want to say the word loyal, but he's always been a pretty low maintenance superstar. And now he's letting the world know, you're going to need to do a little better with this roster around me. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with the first round exit to Miami. I'm sure that was just kind of changed the way he looks at things. Now his coach, Mike Budenholzer, is gone. The ownership has changed. So a lot of the people, a lot of the forces that he was loyal to have just kind of been overturned. I think there's pressure on them, and maybe he's just trying to put more pressure on them to make moves. But if I were him, I'd be sitting there thinking this supporting cast is getting old and it's getting creaky. And yeah, they'll have a chance to win this year, maybe next year. But beyond that, they're going to have to radically change the supporting cast around him, because Brook Lopez is getting old. Chris Middleton is a little older. Drew Holiday getting up there. And beyond that, it's like Jay Crowder, Joe Ingles, the additions that they've made recently, a lot of them are just creakier and not necessarily going to be impacting that team 2 years from now.
I mean, Trey, they just don't have that many athletes, right? Like they don't have the sort of athleticism that it takes to, create plays on defense that trigger easy offense. I just don't, and I don't think they've got any of those guys on the roster. I mean, Marshawn Beauchamp might be an option, but you're talking about a second-year guy.
I love Beauchamp way more.
Yeah, he's great, but he didn't play a lot last year. This is like, and this is not a team that can be developing guys while trying to win. And Trey, like I said, got a new coach. It's going to be a new identity. We don't even know what they're going to play like yet.
Yeah, I mean, like Jay said, they definitely need to be cautious about losing their potential star. But I wouldn't hit the panic button yet. I think they'll do everything in their power to enhance this roster. And that'll be up to Giannis to feel that it's up to par, or that he needs to take the next step and whatever it takes to achieve. That's why I dislike when players say, I'm never leaving this city. I love this city. And it's like, no, it comes with the territory of being a superstar. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to fire your coach. Sometimes you got to make a big decision to move on and go and do what you need to do. And that, like I said, fans don't love it, but it's the game. It comes with the territory. That's why we're dealing with the James Harden situation. We're dealing with the Damian Lillard situation. The only difference, also, I know we mentioned that James Harden wouldn't come to camp. James Harden's never missed camp as far as like, I don't want to be here. He'll be there, but he's going to truck it. Damian Lillard's a different situation because that's a holdout. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're going to get, you know what I mean? That's a different thing where we've verbally heard that he potentially might not show up if he's not, going to the team that he wants. James Harden will get there, but you're going to be like, is he out of shape? Does he really? He's going to raise our question as, is he prepared to play this season? You know what I mean? And then hoping that they move him out of lack of inactivity or focus or et cetera. And that's the way out. But yeah, I mean, Giannis is going to be a professional about this and try to handle it the best way possible. And he's being very vocal as he's been here about what he wants and how he wants, and signing his brother not gonna be the Band-Aid anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
he's looking at teams get better. He's looking at these teams make these bold chances, and he's like, why not us? So again, Milwaukee Bucks, they got some, they got to go look at their whiteboard and see who's actually attainable and who they want to move, because also Drew Holiday actually hinted off that he may be retiring 24-25. So these are different things that you got to raise your eyebrow. Chris Middleton, not at the best health, but still can, still could be an all-star and supporting cast, but that's not enough for these teams that are getting better in the Eastern Conference.